Welcome everybody. This is Ava filling in for John. Welcome to Murtech.com's Daily News Update Extra. We are sharing a video snippet that provides no nonsense, common sense, logic, and truth. I am following this channel and given this video a thumbs up. The link to this video is in the description box below. Please follow Murtech on Rumble. Give me a thumbs up and share this information far and wide. This great news update will begin momentarily. Thank you and may God bless.
"150 protesters gathered outside of a federal building in New York, aiming to block federal authorities from conducting immigration raids." News Nation's Alicia Nieves is on the scene at Federal Plaza, where these protests took place just a few hours ago. Good morning, Alicia. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, good morning, Hannah. Where we're at right now, as you noted, is where these protests took place here in New York City. This is notably the street where ICE's headquarters is at. And so you had some 150 people gather here yesterday for protests that started initially off peacefully, but quickly escalated to the point where, as you mentioned a moment ago, 20 people were arrested and detained. Obviously, things are a lot quieter now, but this is a part of that growing unrest that we have been talking about since the start of this hour, right around the country over ICE's increased enforcement around the country, but particularly here in New York City. It comes after a notable event that happened this past Friday. I want you to take a look at some video of what I'm talking about really quickly.
Start a little rush. Get on the ground. Get back. Get back. Get back.
Yeah, what you're watching right now is actually ICE arresting a migrant inside a federal courthouse here in New York City, detaining him immediately after his immigration case was dismissed. DHS said that he was here in the country illegally from the Dominican Republic. Now, we do not see this on this video, and it's important to point this out, but ICE and DHS are saying that he was resisting arrest, and they claim that he punched an officer. That is a part of what led to what they say is an aggressive takedown. Now, again, this is a part of what has led to unrest here in New York City, but it's not the only incident that has people concerned here. Over the past week, there has been a lot of concern over ICE officers detaining migrants as they're heading into immigration court and following the procedure to be here lawfully. And so again, that leading up to what we saw yesterday here and what you're looking at right now, this crowd of people who are outside here, the federal courthouse or federal ICE headquarters here in New York City, started peacefully, quickly escalated, led to 20 people getting arrested. NYPD though moving in swiftly to kind of calm things down. And now we have DHS coming out and responding to this. In a tweet, they basically said essentially that unlike what they saw in LA, a bit of a dig there, that they did see New York City police officers moving quickly, and they praised their quick response. Secretary Noem also issuing a strong warning, stating that rioters, as she calls them, will not deter ICE operations, reaffirming that ICE will continue to enforce federal law here despite these protests, and that any assault on an officer is going to be met with quick, swift action and prosecution. So for now, ICE not backing down, DHS saying they're going to continue to move forward despite the protests here in New York City and the protests around the country. Hannah?
Alicia, you said things are calm around you now. It certainly looks like it, a different picture from a few hours ago, but are more protests expected later today?
Yeah, that is the expectation. A lot of the unrest that we saw here yesterday is being circulated on social media. And so you have activists and organizations on social media calling for another day of protest, to the point where part of the street behind me is actually blocked off, likely in anticipation of that. So no firm word yet, but it's very likely that based on what we saw here yesterday, the activity we're seeing on social media, the arrest of protesters, and certainly the arrest of that man on Friday will lead to further unrest here in New York City. We've reached out to the NYPD to get comments on whether they're bracing for that. So far, no comment, but we'll continue to update as we get more information throughout the day, Hannah.
We'll continue to check in with you all day long, Alicia Nieves. Thank you for that report.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.